Hey guys and gals, good morning. It's Barbie Figueroa. So in this video, I want to share with you why I started the Whole30 and how it all came about. So just to give you a little backstory, if you haven't been following my channel, in 2010, I weighed 225 pounds and I was, feeling really bad. I was breathless, nothing fit. I was borderline at 20W. In pants, and I had to make a change because I wasn't feeling well. So anyway, I ended up doing a at-home workout program. Actually, let me back it up. I actually started by ordering the Shakeology shakes from Beachbody, and because out of desperation, I needed to do something, and so I got those shakes, and I started doing Leslie Sansoni's at-home walk-at-home program, and I dropped my first 10 pounds. So after I dropped my first 10 pounds, I was like, okay, let me really take Beachbody seriously. So then I did Power 90, I did P90X, so on and so forth, right? Ended up losing 60 pounds, but then little by little I started gaining it all back. Now I want to tell you a little bit about the psychological point of view that led me up to the Whole30. I've been struggling with eating habits all my life, okay? So I was the girl that was going to the gym. I was going to, Bally's. Sorry, I got texts coming in. I was going to Bally's, doing two-step aerobics a day, and then I would come home, stuff my face with Kentucky Fried Chicken, chocolate cake, or I would go to the Burger King drive-through, or I would have just French fries for lunch. My eating habits were horrendous, okay? And so, I always had this, battle between what I was eating and working out. I didn't have a problem working out. I could work out without any issues whatsoever, but it was very difficult for me to control my eating because I had horrible habits, right? So, and the thing is, even though I had lost 60 pounds on Beachbody, looking back, I still don't believe it was the healthiest way, because once you are on the Whole30, you'll understand why everything else that you've done is just not up to par, okay? Um, you know, uh, so anyway, okay, so I lost the 60 pounds, and there was a lot of emotional stuff that I had going on that was also keeping me from continuing to lose the weight. Some of that was my need for approval, my need for other people's support, my need for recognition, for people to tell me, oh my God, you look amazing, Barbie. When I wasn't hearing that, I was very um, insecure, and I was like, well, if nobody cares, why should I? That's kind of like the attitude that I had. And believe me, a lot of your weight loss issues are also psychological, emotional baggage from your past. And if you don't deal with that, you will continue to sabotage yourself. Now, that's why I opened my very first video with the fact that, I was born again December 20th, 2015, and really building a deeper relationship with God has eliminated all of that, okay? But maybe I'll talk about that another day. So, assuming your emotional issues are taken care of, because finally I'm at a place where that is not really an issue anymore. Now comes the issue of what are you eating, right? It's the quality of your calories over the quantity of your calories. And see, I tried the container system and all that stuff, but you know, if you're still eating quinoa or grains or things like that, you're just going to crave more of that stuff, right? So, leading up to the Whole30, on Facebook, I had seen people posting this, oh, let's, do this for 30 days, join me for 30 days. And they would put up this meme, which I'll dig up and I'll put here, okay, which says basically no sugar, no grains, no dairy, no gluten, no this, no that, no, no, no. So I'm like, oh my God, like this thing is like complete and total restriction. Like, I don't know how I would survive that. Just it did not. Whoever used that as a marketing angle really like failed, because I'm like, well, that's not something I want to do. No, 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 right? So I just brushed it off. I was like, whatever. I don't want to have anything to do with anything like that. I can't even see how I would eliminate all of that stuff. But then I have my friends that are my offline friends, and all of them look amazing, and they were doing the Whole30, and they were feeling amazing, which is one of the things that I was not feeling and I had not been feeling. And so they did the Whole30, and they explained a little bit more about what it was, and they started feeling better, like, as the weeks progressed, and they were eating whole food and natural food, no chemicals, no processed junk, none of that stuff. And I saw what it was doing to them, and I'm like, okay. So then the signs started coming. Someone else told me about the Whole30. Someone else asked me, hey, why don't you start the Whole30 with me? So I was like, okay, I need to look into this thing, right? Because obviously God's sending me signs. So I went and I researched it a little bit, and then I was like, okay, so it's kind of like paleo, I think. I'm not really into the knowledge of every diet or whatever. I just knew that it resembled it in the sense of, no grains, no legumes, things like that. So I was like, okay, I think I can do this, and I have to do this. And at the end of my 30 days, I'll make some sort of like after video or something like that, and I'll post pictures and stuff like that. Because if not, this video would be forever, and I have so much to talk about the Whole30. And anyway, so long story short, my friend from Facebook, she's like, okay, you're doing it with me, you're doing it now, and we're doing it together, and I'm starting a group, and basically you're in. So I was like, I'm telling you, I made every excuse in the book. I was like taking a cat into a bathtub. I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it, guys. I had to do it because not only did I gain my weight back from 2010, but I gained even more weight. So I had to do it, right? So anyway, today is day 8, and I feel great. I feel great. So that's what led me up to doing the Whole30. I had done weight loss before. I didn't really do it in a way where I changed my relationship with food, which was one of my biggest issues, that and emotional issues, which my relationship with God took care of. But my relationship with food was another demon, and it is a demon that I needed to get rid of. And so the only way to do that was to commit and to get educated on, what really is in food industry food, what is in the chemicals, and a lot of these things we're eating are genetically modified, genetically engineered. I turned around. I wish I would have kept should have taken a picture, but my family, they like to eat Miracle Whip, and in the back of a Miracle Whip bottle, it says genetically engineered. I had no idea, okay? And so I empowered myself. I took my food into my own hands as much as possible without growing it myself, obviously. But the Whole30 is teaching me about food, right? It's so much more than that. But anyway, I'll do different videos, sharing my experience with you. But that's what led me up to the Whole30. If you struggle with a bad relationship with food, you really need to do it. You need to do it. You need to just commit. And honestly, I was so scared. And so far, out of everything that I've done, I love this the most. I have been 8 days without sugar, other than in natural fruit like banana, apples, strawberries, blueberries. Figs. Oh my God, figs. They're delicious. Okay, but um, oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. Um, oh yeah, I haven't had sugar in 8 days. For me, that is a huge deal. And when you realize that sugar is in almost everything, right? You have to be vigilant. And considering the way that I feel that I actually have energy now, and I'm going to do another video about my energy levels as a 45-year-old woman, okay? My energy levels are changing. And normally at this time, which is like 8 o'clock in the morning, after 8 hours of sleep, I would still feel like I need to continue sleeping, right? So anyway, if you're considering doing the Whole30, if you have any questions, leave your comments below and I will be more than happy to answer them as best as possible. We also have a small little Facebook group going. I may put the link on that too, like if you want to do the Whole30, but you can only join the group if you are ready to commit. It's not a let's talk about it or let me educate you. No, it's for people doing the Whole30. So if you are ready to commit and you want to do the Whole30 and you are ready to do the Whole30, you can just click on the link below and I'll put a link to the group, okay? So my dog's barking. So anyway, this has been Barbie Figueroa, and if you want to continue my journey and learning more about this whole process, then like this video, thumbs it up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will come to you with a lot more videos this week because I want to talk to you about my energy levels. I want to talk to you about what you can eat. I want to talk to you about the basic rules of the Whole30, some of the changes I've been feeling, and yeah, so I will see you on the next video. Bye.